until you die. Until you die.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Wake and Bake with Micannacast. I'm CannaDave.
And I'm Groovee.
On today's episode, we got a couple different topics we're going to be talking about. I don't know if you heard the news, but Thailand is giving out 1 million cannabis plants.
Dude, wild.
For medical reasons. There's still some stuff you got to learn about that, so we're going to discuss that. Then also, Steve Linder, we heard he on a podcast. Shout out to I think his.
Sorry, you're looking at the wrong thing.
Shout out to the Michigan Cannabis Lawyer. I think he posted it yesterday. It was Steve Linder on a podcast saying he's not quitting until his cannabis reform packages, aka the Michigan Safety Act, which takes away the caregivers, 72 plants brings it down to 24. Eventually, you can go towards the home grows. He's not quitting until that gets pushed through. So we want to talk about that. We want to talk about Thailand. As always, let us know how you're smoking, how you're dabbing this morning.
I just can't believe. All right, real quick. I don't want to rant too long and whatever. Yeah, and let us know what you're smoking on, dabbing on this morning. But like, what kind of clown says that shit? Like, I'm not quitting until I win.
It's pretty much something like that. I might have we have the audio, and we'll play that off of our phone here for you guys in a minute.
Yeah, I tried to pull it up. And for some reason, when I pull up the IG post, the sound's not playing through my computer. I don't know. I don't know. I only had a couple minutes to chat it up, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, man. I just can't believe one person is just vindictive like that. When it's so many people against one, he's like, nope, not giving up. Like, wow, what an ass. It's like that one person on the jury that just won't be like guilty. They're like, I don't know, I don't believe it. Like, you're a douche. Like,
I want you out.
You're not bringing any progress to this, industry. You're just being selfish. You think progress is making more money? That's not progress. That's just business.
Oh, not at all.
What's up, Annie? Good morning.
And I think it's something we need to talk about because it hasn't been talked about as much. Like, we've talked about it here on the episodes. We've talked about the MCMA and everything going on.
Fuck the MCMA.
But like what we want to talk about is, like, we got to continue calling the reps. You got to continue calling your legislators. You got to continue telling them say no to the MCMA and everything.
And my big thing is, don't support the MCMA. Don't buy their shit.
Don't buy the products. Exactly. I mean, we've with the High Times bags, we've been able to go through some of the products.
Garbage, yeah.
And I'll be honest, it hasn't been good product. If it was good product, we'd be honest about it. That's how we do the reviews.
Yes.
What up, Ghostbuster Farms? Shout out.
Yo, what's up?
Tune in on IG.
That's just fucking greed, says Dave Cobb from Facebook, isn't it?
It is fucking greed. And then also speaking of Ghostbuster, we dropped our Mac 1 hybrid medical review of Ghostbuster Farms. That just went out. It's on YouTube. Full videos on YouTube. You can also catch it on IG.
Fuck with those covert cups. Heavy, so I was super pumped to try the flower.
The Mac 1 was great. I'm looking forward to trying. I think they had one more in there that we still got to review, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm looking forward to that as well, too.
It's a little overwhelming sometimes. I look in the bag still, and I'm like, oh my God, we haven't even dented this. Of course, we rejected the wax, but
well, the wax is easier because it's like boom, do it, go. The flower takes a little bit more time because like you can't smoke so much flower at once and be like, oh, I'm chilling, you know. Like after you smoke two, three different strains, you might be pretty lit for the day. So it's hard to give an honest review every time. So
well, that's kind of why we try to do it like that.
Yeah, we try to be honest.
Handfuls, space them out, like not much in, and yeah.
And we also, I don't know if anyone noticed, but we brought on our buddy Kyle. We've talked about Kyle many times on the podcast.
Looking for personal training. He's into health. We're actually thinking about doing a health episode with cannabis and how it really, like, a couple different, an athlete and a personal trainer's perspective on how cannabis actually affects you. Not, is it bad for you? Is it good for you? Just kind of a debate on the advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah, because I was talking to one of them yesterday, and he mentioned there's certain strains that dehydrate him more before he works out, and he'll smoke certain strains before he works out, and then certain strains after.
Oh shit, Schultz! Let me know what that that North Coast rosin's like.
Oh, dude!
Didn't even know they had.
I tried that on Thursday, and that live rosin they had,
that's the one you were telling me about.
I was like, whoa! I even told the guys at the booth, I was like, they're like,
I'm leaving. I can't hear this. I'm done. I'm so sad right now. Just like, because dude, I had just being keeping real with all the fans out there. I ended up having to get like emergency dental surgery. So if I sound a little weird, like my bad. So like, my Thursday got fucking flipped upside down. Yeah. So I wasn't able to make the event, but Dave made it up, and he tried a lot of. Tried like that rosin.
I tried
I've been hearing
good
things about. Well, you said rosin this, rosin that. I'm like, man, I hate you.
Well, dude, like so, I tried that rosin, and then Earl King had rosin, which we haven't tried the rosin. We've been trying to solve it. And that Earl King garlic. Something, dude.
Garlic.
It was. You would have been like, Groovee would have been like, oh, dude, I want 3, please.
This is just the CannaDave show. I'm fucking out.
What's going on, everybody? You know, it's Saturday. We're smoking up some bangerang right now. I appreciate everyone tuning in with me today. Groovy's left the room, so it's just gonna be me. Let me know if you guys got any AMA questions. Let me know, because
he's like, I have no idea, because it's just gonna be me full screen with Dave Cobb's comment at the bottom.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. But they were nice though. The Fresh Coast booth was very nice at that event, and they let me try. I could have tried all 3 of their strains. I tried the Puffco, was the new one. I don't know.
Oh, the Peak Pro.
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
I almost said the plus.
What temp did you do?
450.
You didn't do like 432.
Whatever they put it on.
Okay.
I wasn't. They're like, you want dabs? I was like, yeah, I'll take dabs. And then I just kept clearing. I was like, damn.
So again, people who don't know where he's going, where were you on Thursday?
Oh yeah, I should get into that. So Cannabis Professionals, a group on Facebook, threw an event.
Where the location?
At Hotbox Social. So we actually finally tried out the Consumption Lounge, which was sweet because.
What was it like?
It was pretty cool. They had a little room, you could go outside. They had a giant tent, so they had tents where you could have booths inside. You could have people smoking, different vendors passing stuff out. They had a little room where they had like a Pac-Man machine and another machine in there near the bathrooms, another chill section. Almost looked like a bar area, not where there wasn't liquor, but like a bar where you could sit up, and they had food behind the counter. Very, very cool to see an actual consumption lounge, in the state.
Well, yeah.
So I thought that was unique. I think it's pretty cool that we're actually starting to see more events getting thrown there. Hopefully we start to see it open to the public here soon.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. It was a private event, right? You had to pay for it.
You had to pay to get in, and then we also might be stopping in on Monday at Glorious's event up there. Thank you, Glorious. I think Austin.
Yeah, thank you for the invite. Consumption Lounge are... And there's the one in Kalkaska that's opening up soon. I think I sent you a screenshot. They're like consumption lounges are like. I just think it's gonna be a transition. Like, am I excited for him? Hell yeah. Am I really like? Is it gonna be sweet? Hell yeah. But I think there's gonna be a lot of weird policies in the beginning, especially with like enforcement and all that type of stuff, and how it's gonna go down. And people are probably gonna try to bring their own shit and sell it.
Oh, I brought my own in. I smoked my own.
No, of course you can bring your own and smoke it, but if you just bring in like ounces and you're trying to sell it without paying the fees, like then the people are gonna get pissed.
I'm gonna curious how much it's
like
gonna cost.
Even when you go to Vehicle City, you gotta buy a booth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, it's respect to the place. I'm curious to see if they run into issues with people trying to do their own things. Like, hey, yo, I can get you an eighth if you want to just buy an eighth. I got you, and then like that type of shit.
But like
I'm just
Hotbox
curious.
Social
I don't
can't-
care.
Hotbox
Like,
can't-
it's not my business.
Hotbox can't even sell the cannabis, right? So you
Right,
got to
I'm
bring
talking
your
about-
own in.
Right. Well, no, I get that. I'm talking about people because I thought you said there was like vendors and shit.
There were vendors. You had 5 Star, you had Fresh Coast, you had Red Eye, you had all these different companies there. They just set up shop. Dude, it almost reminded me of Vehicle City of how it was outside, right? Where you had all the vendors. You were able to try product. You were able to pick out product. It was pretty much, you didn't pay for the products. You already paid to get in, right? So they gave you free product. And you then...
Well, it's interesting because that's the only one right now.
I like because it's in Metro Detroit, so it's near home for us.
Well, yeah, but...
I feel like everything's on the west
wait,
side of the
it's
state.
just like... It's just right now that it's like... Of course, Hotbox Social is the only thing, like the only one that they're talking about because it's the only one open right here. Like, once there's like 20 of them, we're going to be able to choose. It's like the Dispo thing, man. Back in the day, there was like Helping Hands, the other two, right? And then now all of a sudden there's like, I don't know, you could just go on 8 Mile and close your eyes and eventually walk into a Dispo. You know what I mean?
Ghostbuster says that's owned by Trucenta. I think it's always going to held as private events. See, if it's only going to be...
Who is Trucenta? Why do I keep hearing about them? Like, I don't understand. Who are they?
Private.
It's a big company?
Bigger. I mean, Breeze technically... Hotbox Social, I believe,
I keep hearing
Breeze.
that name, but
So
they're always
Trucenta
hidden.
must own Breeze. So it must be like the top...
Umbrella?
And then, and then everything else underneath of it. Because...
Oh, it's Breeze. Yeah,
Breeze.
you're right. You said it right. Thanks, Ghostbusters.
Because I was actually talking to one of the employees that was working the event. They were just going around to make sure everything was good. And she's like, yeah, I work for Breeze. But they got him there at the event working as well, too. Which is kind of cool. I mean, you don't always...
We went to Breeze once for a review. No, we didn't make
We've
it.
never been to Breeze.
Yeah,
I
mean,
drove to Breeze.
It's just nothing...
I drove to Breeze for the High Times bags, but there was a line. So then I went down to Detroit.
Yeah, I don't know. Make sure I don't know anything about it. I just keep hearing shit. Isn't Hotbox Social private right now? Yep, it is.
Yeah, it's only private right now, and they're throwing. You gotta have a private event. And if Hotbox, if you ever listen to this, you know we've been reaching out, so I'd love for you to contact us so we could bring our sponsors, other vendors, and our listeners and into the same place, and all smoke weed together. So
our energy.
Give us a call back, please, or actually email us back. Yeah, Ghostbusters said Trucenta is the mother license group, so that's like the top, and then everything else is probably just filtering in through it, right? What up, Andy? What up, Schultz?
Yo.
What up, Nick? Everyone on IG. What up to everyone on YouTube?
Yeah, please subscribe, comment.
Yeah, hit
all
that like button.
shit.
Everyone on YouTube,
It
everyone on
really
Facebook.
makes a crazy difference, and I don't totally understand it, but Dave understands it, and it's scary. Like, the way those shares and likes and comments really help other people see it, it's sweet. So, or if you just share with people that are, like, trying to blaze in the morning, let us know. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, we appreciate it because you're always getting blocked on social media. I'm pretty sure CannaDave is blocked on Instagram right now.
They don't like cannabis on social media.
My flower posts barely get like reach, and then one of them will blow up for 100 likes, and everyone will get like 2 likes, and I'm like, oh, cool. Say less. We got some comments here I gotta go through on YouTube. Nick goes, I want consumption lounges in Michigan. I tried them in California, and it was kind of a letdown. The one I went to was kind of dinky and not that special. It was just like a couch and a table in the room.
Yeah, it's just a
No, this one was pretty big, man. I mean, it was decent
size. It looked like it was outside.
Well, half outside, half inside. And it has a giant, like, remember graduation tents that are like huge?
Yeah. I mean,
I had one of
festivals,
those.
Festivals.
Music festival. I don't know, some graduation.
It don't matter. I know what you're talking about.
But it's like built in the ground, it looks like. And then you had tables all set up around, like, pretty cool, man. Ghostbusters, I would love that if you can get us in contact or somebody, because that's something we want to put on for our listeners. I would love to put it on in June. We had a date already set in mind.
Andy says he's down. You already know how we do.
Yeah, he goes, I'll be there with bells on.
Yeah, we know, Andy. We got you. We love you.
Much love, dude. Much love.
Appreciate you, bro.
Chuck's,
Honestly, that first event was a learning curve and so much fun too.
It was fun, but I would love to be able to consume with everybody and have like DNK.
Next time we
show
say
up.
Fuck it, we just send it and let them charge us. No, I'm just kidding.
Just blaze up in the room.
It's probably cheaper than the rental for the Hotbox Social. Anyways.
It might be. We got a good question from Dave Cobb over on Facebook.
What's up, brother? I'm glad you can make it this morning.
What's everyone planting outdoors this season?
That's a good call.
That is a good call.
Yeah, people are starting to plant.
Speaking of planting,
I won't say who, but someone just planted outdoors, actually. Someone just the other day, they were showing me the plants. I'm like, oh, hey, cool. There you go.
Oh, nice.
I was like, alrighty, here we go.
Sweet.
It's grow time.
I'll have to ask you who on the side.
What's up, D-Rec?
I have not. I'm Dave. Me and you might be linking up, so we'll be talking in the DMs. But if I was, it would just be some of my genetics passing off. See how
Probably
those
in
go.
our DMs because he'll never get back to you.
Yep, probably right. Well, dude, so
Northern Lights, dude. Oh, White Buffalo, Northern Lights. Hey, shout out, Cobbs.
Oh, you can't.
Hope
go
you're
wrong
doing
with
all right,
some
Dave.
Northern
By the
Lights.
way, hope everything's healing.
Yeah,
man. Really.
always sending good vibes, man.
Yeah.
Always thinking about you.
Um,
Outdoor season's exciting. I know a lot of people are getting ready. A lot of people start end of May, June 1st. You got the plants in the ground. Some already have them in the ground. Talking about outdoor season, it's crazy to see Thailand giving out 1 million plants on June 9th.
dude.
But you still can't smoke high THC. You could still get in trouble, which is interesting. I was reading. It says under current Thai law, the recreational use of highly potent marijuana is still forbidden, and tourists convicted of possessing the drug can face up to 15 years in prison. So obviously they need to change some of that. But to see Thailand giving out 1 million plants, right? Hear this out. They're giving 1 million plants for people to home grow, medical use, see what they can do, right? Then here in Michigan, in the U.S., we can't even grow weed in some states. But here in Michigan, we have Steve Linder of the MCMA still trying to take away caregiver rights of growing cannabis. And then you know what they're going to come for is the home grows of everyone that's 21 and up in their 12 plants. Why? Because they still can't sell their product because the people are still growing better product at home than they are at these corporations.
It's
where
just
they're
so
not
stupid. Like that,
care.
for some reason, cannabis is the special entity where it's like no other business where you can control it like this because of all the governmental control. Where every other business in the United States is based on, guess what? Is it a good product or not? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't have to strong arm people that have less money than you. Like, just
I think it's a huge step forward for
Just because you
cannabis
can't
in
sell your
general.
shit.
Thailand doing this, I think that is awesome because they have such strict laws out there. Like, isn't Thailand's part of Asia, right? Southwest Asia or something.
so yeah.
All the countries are out in Asia, right? They're all so bad against cannabis. So to see Thailand
There's
giving,
a lot of really dark laws in some of those.
like some of them are like death.
Well, Cambodia was like whip in public or something when we talk about that. Like 7 lashes. I was like, holy shit, we're still giving out lashes? Like, when this is
for
America,
cannabis,
you know.
for
I forget
cannabis.
what it's. I know, but like it's different in different worlds or country. Oh my god.
And now they potentially might
countries.
give out 1,000, or not potentially. They're giving out 1 million plants. 1 million cannabis plants.
It's all medical though.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out. I said medical cannabis in Thailand because it's not just like here's 1 million plants.
Well, that's what I'm
and
saying.
first
You
come,
still
first
can't
serve.
smoke high THC stuff because that's still.
Well, yeah, they're like smoke the weak shit, which is interesting. Like smoke regular
I'm curious.
rags.
Are they giving them CBD or hemp plants? I wonder. Or are they just like
1-to-1 maybe?
I don't know.
I'll be honest though.
I still won't go there until you, as a tourist, don't get 15 years for having possession of cannabis because
yeah.
I'm not gonna tempt my life for 15 years for a joint. So I'm gonna stick in the States. You know. Oh man.
It's a fascinating thought because giving out plants almost seems contradictory. That's not a word.
Contradicting.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the right way to say it, but yeah, it just contradicts the idea of like that business would want to be there. They're like, here's all these plants, like, you know what I mean? Like where we, like you said, like we have the complete opposite issue going on. People are trying to control it because they're like because they can't make their big money.
Yeah.
Because it's so
Like Jersey, they didn't even write it into the law where you can have home grows.
Like go Thailand because like America's like they're I don't know how to say Thailand's doing it right. Just in this sense, this is like really good way to get your program boosted.
And giving people plants to grow at home, absolutely, they're doing it right. Other shit, no, they're not. But giving
I wonder
people,
what the strains are. Like I wonder if it's just like trash OG.
Dude, at that point, if I was in Thailand, I would buy seeds and then just grow my own at that point.
Yeah.
You're giving plants, like, just buy some seeds and grow your own. Like, who cares? You're giving cannabis to grow when it's been so harsh in retrospect. And then, like we said, in here in Michigan, you got the MCMA still trying to fight. I wanted to play this clip real quick. Should I play it now, Groovy?
I mean, if you want to. Give me 1 second, though. You got to. Give me a second then, 2 seconds. So explain what's going on here.
All right, so the MCMA we all heard about, what they've been trying to do since pretty much last May it came out. So about a year now, right? They've been trying to push these bills through to restrict caregiver rights because they want safe and clean cannabis for everyone to consume. Because the caregiver market or the medical market, whatever you want to call it, the unregulated market, isn't.
So this is the post on IG from Michigan cannabis lawyer. Shout out underscores between.
He quoted or he cut the clip of where
for some reason it won't play though.
Steve Linder is asked a question about is he done, right? And obviously he pulled back, and you got what was that? What's that lady's name? Oh my God, what's her name? Who took over? Fuck. I can't remember the name, but she took over for Steve Linder. But his goal is to still continue doing this until these laws are passed. So I just want to pull up what he says, and here it is right here.
Okay.
Formally call it quits when we get these package of caregiver reform bills passed. It's called the Michigan Cannabis Safety Act. Still fully intending on getting those passed this year. And because I founded the MCMA, been its executive director, and we've had a lot of successes, 13 different pieces of legislation and regulation that and we're the only group that has actually been proactive, gotten into the process. Everybody else is no, but if you're going to have a regulated industry, it's got to be regulated. You can't have a regulated industry and an unregulated industry.
So that was Steve Linder on what podcast? I don't know exact podcast, but it's from Michigan Cannabis Lawyers page. So shout out for cutting that clip and posting that for everybody. And
go away, dude! You're like 3,000. Okay. I don't want to attack mode because that's just gonna look childish. Hold on.
You got to continue doing what we've been doing since it happened. Continue calling your legislators, and telling them no on these House bills.
I just don't understand why this person thinks, like Steve Linder thinks that he's the one that should be making this call. Like, you don't even know cannabis. Like, I don't even get it. Oh, it needs to be regulated because then everything will go to madness. Like, you have watched way too much propaganda, dude. Like, the government's already making tax money. You're just using fear tactics to try to scare people that don't understand cannabis into even farther ignorance of understanding cannabis. Like, you're not teaching anyone anything. You're just teaching people control. Like, you're just trying to push people. I mean, people are just going to grow it again. You think people are scared of one person?
You're going to push it to the black market where everyone's going to continue to
Dude, no one's going to buy your shit ever.
No. Think about this. Clean Safe Medicine, is their medicine, is remediated cannabis.
Neil's the Michigan cannabis attorney. Neil is the man.
Yeah, shout out Neil. Is remediated cannabis clean? You know what I'm saying?
To someone who doesn't smoke it on paper, that's the fucked up thing.
Right, so like, but then let's see all the MCMA products. I got a
stress ball today. Like,
yeah. Come over there, some woosah, woosah.
Can't break my teeth.
But this needs to he needs to get the F out because the MCMA, all the companies there, none of the products outstanding.
Dude.
It's out. Jump up. It's none of it's outstanding. Like they need to focus on the quality of their product and worry about that and their price points.
Right. Like every other business ever.
Yeah. Stop worrying about some caregiver growing cannabis for maybe his aunt or his grandma because they have cancer or something. Why are you worrying about that?
Right.
Worry about the bigger companies, all the money that you invested, and try to actually produce clean quality cannabis and not cannabis that doesn't suck. Because a lot of the cannabis produced has been kind of on the shitty side, and I'll keep it at that. We've tried some of it from these High Times bags, and you can tell which companies are putting love and care into the product,
right,
compared to which ones that aren't.
Yeah,
absolutely. And which ones are just for the dollar signs. I don't care how many employees. I don't care how many shops you're opening up across the state. That's cool, but how are you growing the cannabis? How are you treating everybody? Not just let's just try to squash out a small percentage of cannabis growers in the state,
right.
For your legislation when the small percent of cannabis growers pretty much built the entire industry here in Michigan.
Well, they definitely did.
Supplement when 19 happened, whenever they first did cannabis, 18 we went legal, right? and at the end, I think it was at the end of 19, we were supposed to go with sales. They called upon the caregivers to get their product tested, to get it on market, so we could feed the consumers here in Michigan. And that happened for a while until everyone got their licenses up and running.
Right.
And they passed the testing. There wasn't that many failed tests.
Right.
That there's not even that many failed tests now. So it's like, come on. This needs to be squashed. So as a reminder, they're still pushing those House bills through, and we got to continue to say no, boycott the MCMA, and call your legislators.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest things you can do.
End of
Don't support them. No, I mean, dude, it's not even a rant. When you're talking about such negative, just such control over a product that you don't understand, it just shows how, I don't want to say how stupid you are, it just shows how much this is just a power thing. This has nothing to do with cannabis. You know what I mean? This is just a control thing. It's just because it's new and they don't want it to, like, I don't know what, make too much money for people that aren't rich already? What's the issue? Like, really, I'm just saying, what is the real issue here? Because that's what it feels like. It's like, hey, we can't get these rich people even richer. Boo, boo, hoo, hoo. Like, you're already rich. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't know, man. That's why I thought cannabis is a great industry. You can get the people from the middle and lower classes to get some actual money in this life and not get screwed. Because the people who've been risking their lives are not these rich millionaires. People who've been risking their lives, the people need to risk their lives.
Yeah, no, there's
so fucking frustrating.
Rich millionaires coming into play just to take the opportunity to get this money. And Andy's got a great comment. Support caregiver legacy brands that are actually in stores. Yes, because you do have a lot of the caregivers that are going into market. Support those brands.
Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Cannaboys.
Yep.
Fucking, God, I'm high right now. Like,
our sponsor, DNK Growers, Winewood. I mean, whoa.
All together now.
But there's so many. I was about to say it actually,
no,
but there's so many brands though that are out there that you can support. Obviously, sometimes you're not able to based on location.
Right,
there might not be a shop out there that's offering those products. Understandable, we get it. But hopefully, when you do have the opportunity, you do buy the product that isn't on that list. Because like if you don't think they're gonna come for your 12 plants, you're mistakenly wrong. Just look at Jersey. Look at other states where they're going legal and they're barely giving you plants to grow. Look at Illinois. Like, pay attention. Michigan's got 12. They will go for those 12 adult use, even if guaranteed once they hit the caregivers. It's only a matter of time.
Wild times we're in right now, man.
So, gotta continue talking about it.
Yeah, for sure.
But what's up, everyone? What's up, everyone smoking? I think we've just been going, man. Just
we have
conversation.
It's all good. It's all good.
Going back to some of the comments earlier. Damn, Nick, you got some good strains you're smoking on, it looks like. Earl King rosin stanks. Yes, it does. Hotbox Social is private. Going through. Okay, cool. I think I caught up on all those. But yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. I just thought those two articles that we're talking about today were pretty interesting from the High Times and from, not the High Times, from Thailand. And then hearing that Steve Linder's back, just talking about trying to do that shit.
Oh, Steve Linder, I just want you to go away.
Yeah, people do need to renew their cards. Dave's right. A lot of people aren't, though. You do see the numbers. You see the numbers in when the MRA puts out the reports.
It's complicated. Like, people are getting pressured to why, Like, it's because not everyone, like you said, I mean, it's a crazy time. Like, it really is, because, like, it sucks that we live in a time that we will only considering these numbers, not quality. Like, because I understand numbers, but man, like, medical cannabis wasn't made to get a good deal at the dispo. Medical cannabis was made so people could grow cannabis and heal people around them or themselves. You know what I mean?
It's an alternative.
We're losing sight of that. I mean, like Dave Cobb, White Buffalo, I appreciate y'all. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, people who still remember going to those dispos and being afraid of that it was going to be raided just when you were there.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, I remember those days all the time. I used to go to dispos and be like, shit, all right, kind of know what we want. Because we're going to be in and out. This one's in an area where it's like, we never know. Like, and it's like
then
people,
next time we
people
show
were
up, that
growing
display's
plants
right
in a time where it was super risky, and it's like I don't know. I think people are forgetting that because that's what we're seeing right now is that transition. And it is a little worrisome, but that's why I said it gets complicated because you got new generations who've been going to the dispo because that's all they've ever known. Like like people like my sister's age where they're like, oh, we just go to the store. I'm like, well, I guess that does make sense because why would you go to your street? Why would you grow it? Like, why would you put the risk if you never need it in the beginning? Like, I don't, like if way back when, before the whole Nixon thing, if the war on drugs never happened, like where we would be, who knows? So it's crazy. And people need to renew their cards, but everyone's in different spots and different positions, so it gets complicated.
No, it does. And with adult use, everyone, like you said, there's stores popping up now more and more throughout. But the one thing that we can't lose sight of is, like you said, everyone should be able to just grow their own cannabis. And that's why I love what Thailand's doing, man.
I even like Michigan, dude. Listen, I don't like what's going on with Linder and trying to reduce count, but like our program as is, like right now, today, isn't that bad.
Oh yeah, I think
it's pretty solid, especially if you have a solid piece of property. Because 72 plants, if you really get them going and bush them out, you know what I mean. You can get some plants. Sure, 72 plants for your home grow in a person's basement, that can be tough because you're limited by your canopy, right? Your space. But like, if you really think about like most of Michigan, it works pretty well for like 60-70% of Michigan because it's like country land, man. Like, so it's like they're great laws. Like it's people like Steve Linder who think that we need more control that's gonna fix issues. If you're not watching the fucking news, you're not watching the news, how much is control helping anything? The more people just are fighting back right now. People want to feel free. You're putting more restrictions on people who don't want to be restricted. Cannabis growers have been saying fuck the system for 50 years. You think now all of a sudden they're going to be like,
Exactly.
You know what? Steve Linder, you're right. Like,
we're just all
you're not right.
We're all going to stop growing. Just completely. No, the black market's just going to thrive. Look at Cali where they keep saying...
Clearly no one in his life has been affected and saved from cannabis. That's the sad thing. Like, I'm not saying I wish something would happen, pour on his family so he could realize it, but it's like kind of. Because I wish you could see the benefit, man. Like, stop being such a dickbag.
Yeah, I know. He's...
I don't even know him, but Jesus Christ.
They need to loosen up, but it doesn't seem like they're going to. And that's why we need to continue talking about it, continue emailing, calling. Because it's just a disappointment that we're here when we should be fighting for people to get out of jail. We should be fighting for more cities to open up, have more licenses, have more consumption lounges. Like that. Those are stuff we should be looking for, not trying to restrict stuff. I mean, honestly, get rid of smell is probable cause. Get rid of weight that I can carry in my trunk or keep in my house. Cannabis isn't like wine, right? Cannabis, you're not going to hold cannabis for like 5-10 years and then continue getting better unless you're like a perfect cure. Then maybe you can. But like most cannabis, it's probably gone within like 6 months, right? Like if you have your side, right? Maybe 6 months to a year. But like you're not going to be able to continue to store it perfectly. So like you're going to be consuming it. So like there shouldn't be a weight limit is what I'm getting at, because like cannabis wine, you can store in a bottle, keep it there and it's good. It'll be the same, even better after you open it 5-10 years later, 20 years later.
Right. Cannabis has shelf life.
Yeah, exactly. So like stop with the weight limit. That's just stupid. You don't have a weight limit on alcohol or whatever you want to say. Can't have more than 5 gallons of liquor.
It's so crazy that they're like,
here, take a look at my bar. I got this. Here's my bourbon section. Here's my scotches. Here's my vodkas.
I just can't believe we live in a world where we can't slow down production, so we attack people.
Yeah.
Our own people. People who love cannabis. Well, that's the problem. These people don't truly love cannabis. They pretend like they do for the money. And it's like...
they just see dollar signs. That's all they see.
I mean, money's there. That's the problem. It's like with any product. If it's a good product, the money will be there. Eventually. It may not... Nothing grows as fast as you want it to. Gary Vee had a post... remember I shared that with you, that it's like it even took him, what, like 9 years, 7 years to like, grow his shit, even to get to like a point where going from broke to like, I have a business. Then not even including becoming who he is now. You know what I mean? So it's like, people don't see that 5 to 10 years of grind, before a product's good. And people think that, these big MCMA companies come in because we got big money. We're gonna take over.
They're
That's not
gonna
how it
buy
fucking
their way.
works.
Yeah, they're gonna
This
buy
isn't
their way.
Walmart, dude. People don't. It's not like you're just gonna go and buy the cheapest product always. Some people are like that. Not everyone, and not the people who truly need it. Just the people who are like, fuck it, I just want to smoke some weed. And I get, dude, smoke some weed, but
Yeah, smoke all the weed you want. All about that.
I don't know, man. I Groovee should not be making decisions on how the world interacts with alcohol, right? Because I could care less. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be making alcohol regulations. Okay, some asshole who doesn't know anything about cannabis, Steve Linder, I don't give a shit. Whoever, right? Anyone who doesn't know cannabis, what the fuck are you making the laws about cannabis for? It doesn't make any sense.
Agreed, man.
You ever 100%. You ever go to a vet because you broke your ankle? Like, no. You go to the doctor. I guess that was kind of close, but you get my point. You like, would you go to a mechanic to get your ankle fixed?
You wouldn't go to your IT. I was about to say your
you know
IT
what I mean?
guy to get your ankle fixed.
Ah, man, my toilet broke. Let me call Verizon. Like, things aren't making sense. Like, you're just saying, like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, throw the iPhone down there and it might unclog it. I did that already.
I don't know. It's just stupid.
It's $1,000 fix.
It's just
no, you really don't. You're absolutely right. You're not going to cut. And that's going with all these cannabis laws that they're crafting up. I think Chuck Schumer, I don't know exactly what it was. I saw it on social. Was quoted saying like he still hasn't brought that bill for people to vote on. Didn't he say it last year? He was going to already have it like 8 months ago, and he's still not ready. It's like, dude, what else do you need to put into this? Gotta make sure it's perfect. Well, guarantee by the time you make sure it's perfect, it's gonna get like denied. Like these people take so long to craft it. Why don't we just go straight, like you always say, Groovy, decrim and safe banking, and then go from there,
dude? Because everything else will settle.
Yeah,
you know why cities and counties are still doing all these and have all this control is because it's not decrimmed, man. The second it's decrimmed, it's gonna be like, well, what are you gonna do? Then you start making dry cities, or like those type of things. People will stop spending money there. People, it will change. It will affect industry, right? In good and bad ways. The people who don't like weed will go to those places. People who like weed will go to the weed places. Like that's how it will be. But like, we're just prolonging the inevitable with like companies like, oh, we need to reduce blunt count because like that's what's wrong. That's not what's wrong. Yep. The problem is the over-regulation. I understand there needs to be some regulation, right? You can't just have everyone just doing whatever the fuck they want, right? Because people will be like, "Oh, screw it! I'll just have 100 plants in my basement and 16,000 in my backyard." Like people will just push the limit. You know what I'm saying? I'm exaggerating, but people always push shit. I understand some like being like, "Hey, here, do this," but like when they're like, "Oh, we're gonna check on your doors. We're gonna come into your door," like that's crazy. Like you're getting like
it's unnecessary
malicious
shit.
Status, almost like what's it called when the government takes over? Oh my god, I'm
gonna say communist, but it's not.
No, I know. Or martial law.
Isn't that
like, that's what I'm saying. That's what you're treating cannabis like. But then how is that really free?
I thought martial law.
Isn't martial law when they like the government can just like do whatever the fuck they want?
I thought that's when people could do whatever the fuck they want because everything's just going crazy, right?
I don't know. I'm blanking.
Maybe
but either way, I'm just saying it just feels like a superpower control. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I think being able for them to be checking in on your grows, making you do them in certain areas, it's just stupid. Like no caregivers are going to even do that. You're just going to revolt right back to the 12 plants that you can grow legally, and that's why I say once that happens, they're going to go for the home grows. And it's like, how are you really making the plant legal? We voted like on this stuff, medical in 2008, right? And adult use in 2018. Why are we trying to take stuff back? That's why I always keep going back to. It's like, let's try to just continue moving forward and continue building the community. Let's put more money into research. Let's find more about cannabinoids. Let's find more about these terpenes. Let's find more about these certain strains. Maybe there's a certain strain that can almost cure cancer when you get just the oil of it. Who knows? But let's do some research instead of trying to restrict shit. If people aren't buying your product, put your product into scientific research. You probably get a write-off on it. Like, stop going after people that are growing cannabis for medical purposes, and that's been around since 2008. There's ways around it, and we should be building towards that. And that's all. And I'm seeing a lot of comments on the medical card and the rec. Yeah, the medical, you do get the strength on the edibles. That I would say that's pretty much it. But by people keeping the medical card, you're able to hopefully keep the program like that. You don't want to lose the pro. If you lose the program, then you eventually lose the caregiver program, I would assume, right? And then the only strongest edibles we'd have on shop would be at 100. Eventually, who knows if they even are going to combine the medical program
like
with
I always
the
said,
adult
man,
use.
I understand. I mean, the concentrate edible thing is nice because if you need to, like, your pain is really high, you could just consume a less rather than having to eat like 3 bags of candy just to consume enough, right? But you could always buy 2, and that is how. Actually, Nick just said my medical card is worthless now. Medical stores don't even exist now. It's only recreational. Now, I agree to some point.
That's what sucks.
But I also do have to say, like, it's not worthless. Like, if you go to the right dispos, you'll get a 10% discount. And I understand your circumstance is different, Nick. I understand because you are where you are. But you have to, but you can grow more plants. Like, if you want to take that path right now, like, you could get a couple people underneath you, you could grow more plants, right? There are advantages to it. And honestly, because you're keeping the system going. So like that's a big thing.
Who knows? That's gonna be. I'm curious to see what happens. I saw April's numbers on the medical, and it took another dip. While adult use obviously went up. There's a lot of money still made. So I always think that you should keep the medical program in place no matter what.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just where my head's at. But yeah, going back to the write-off, they should put their plants in their product into testing for research. Do something.
Yeah, absolutely, something beneficial, right? Before we keep ranting, let's give a shout out to the sponsors though, real quick. You want to do that?
Yeah.
We've been jumping all over the place, and honestly, like, please, while we're doing this, while we're reading on the sponsors, please, like, let us know what you think in the comments, and so we can come back to this discussion. I just want to table it for a second. I don't want to
roll that joint real
stop
quick.
It.
Get ready to heat your dab up. But let's get to the sponsors. So shout out to our sponsors. Let's kick it off with DNK Growers. Do you prefer quality over quantity at an affordable price? Do you like craft cannabis? Well, check out DNK Growers out of Lansing, Michigan, or at www.dnkgrowers.com. Everyone deserves great flower at an even better price. You can get their eighths for $25 at Wellflower in Ypsilanti and at Burton Cannabis Co. out in Burton.
Yeah, that's sour animal crossed with sour diesel crossed with animal cookies, back crossed with sour diesel. That sour animal is fire, and if you have the sativa bag for the High Times Cup, you can actually protect their product out in the bag. Yep. And let us know what you think, please. Definitely want to give Seed Hub a shout out, our second sponsor of the month. Are you looking to get seeds for your next harvest, especially right now with outdoor season? With over 100 different genetics and Michigan breeders, you can visit Seed Hub, the shop in Lansing physically, or you can check out seedhub.shop online. At checkout, use code MICANNA15 for 15% off your seed order nationwide. And don't forget, it's always free shipping. And that's MICANNA 15 for 15% off your next seed order.
Yeah, get some seeds. So, let's get those outdoors
popping.
Yeah, like it. Thank you.
Pun intended.
Winewood Organics. Check out the first micro business in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Winewood Organics. Use code Micannacast. Receive 35% off your first order. That's an extra 10% off, and you're supporting local, organically grown product from flour to hashies, which is pre-rolls with flour and hash in it, to rosin, to sauce carts, the whole shebang. They even got vegan edibles.
And hey, you can't, micro, I always say micro business is a beautiful thing because it's really connecting that adult use cell with that caregiver love still. So it's a really cool, check it out. If you haven't, Ann Arbor, Micannacast sent you.
Yep. They got the cameras of their grows in there. Everything's done in-house. So check that out. Furthest way thing from MCMA. So check out the micro business, Winewood Organics. And shout out to our sponsors. Thank you all.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, and actually we did get some more comments. I just want to jump back in because like kind of this argument of, is the medical card useful? Is it useless? It's like, it's kind of hard to say because everyone's, like, where everyone's at in life is different, right? Like where we're at, medical card is not useless because there's a bunch of dispos still, like being here in Detroit, right? Like right here in Detroit, it's, if anything, I'd say it's better, right? You want to have that.
Once they're all adult use, they'll probably still have discounts. Excuse me. I think I'm always going to support medical. That's where it started for me. Like,
well,
medical is huge. I'm always going to get the card until they say I can't get the card. Like, I've had it, I've used it for medical reasons, and I'm going to continue to get it to support it. If I go to the dispo, I always try to go to the medical ones, try to support. Unless there's a hella deal in the adult use, then it's like, damn, But the stronger edibles, certain sometimes you're getting the discount, you're saving money on the tax. It all works out. You know, I think that's always fair.
I appreciate the love in the comments. They're trying to help find him another dispo.
Oh, hell, see, cannabis community, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So I love everybody that's sharing, liking, help commenting, because we're helping spread it out, spread the news on cannabis, find different locations, different strains, different buds. Appreciate everyone in the chat. That's awesome.
Where can we meet up and have a session in Detroit? I'm on the east and west side all the time. I mean, it's Detroit, I guess, anywhere, technically.
Yeah. Well, man, we're trying to get that Hotbox social or consumption event where we could all have like a meet and greet and just hang and blaze with everybody, because that's honestly what we want to do, is just chill, consume with everyone, kick back.
Yeah, I mean, because that'd be fun. I mean, and then, you know, we've had people offer up like their areas and
Property.
stuff, but
Shout
it's just trying to find that central location, because some people are like, hey, we're on the west side state. Hey, we're in Metro Detroit. Hey, we're over here. It's like, damn, I don't know how to make a central location.
No, no, not
Y'all
really.
everywhere. Just kidding, I appreciate
Which
it.
is awesome. So I appreciate that. Yo, what up, Drew? Yeah, let's sesh. We're trying to set it up.
I hate Sozo, and I go to the woods regularly. Okay.
Damn.
And someone else said the woods is wax. Ron. I love Ron. He always cracks me up. I appreciate you. No, Ron's energy is real, and I appreciate that, dude. Never hold back, and that's what I love about this podcast.
Dave,
I think
appreciate you.
we try to we stay transparent, because like we do balance that line a little bit, but it's because we believe in caregivers, and I've also seen my buddy like ruin his life over, like, you know, almost his whole life get ruined over
Dispo.
over
Bartender.
a shit ass person running a dispo. So it's like I support both systems in different ways, but I will never ever support a company who's gonna step on caregivers like the MCMA. Like
It's not even it's caregivers, and then they're gonna be stepping. It's just like greed. That's all. That's what it is. It's like, dude, just stop. Don't focus on that. Like we said, man, focus on other things. It's
yeah,
just
Dave Cobbs
greed.
keeps getting on his place. Yes, dude, we've talked about that. It's a little bit of a drive. Well, we've talked about
That's one of the spots we were talking about. I didn't want to give you a shout out right away, but that wasn't much appreciated, my dude, on that as well. Oh,
Andrew says sesh multiple places. I'll go to multiple.
oh yeah, say less.
It's the big boss over here.
Yeah, say less, dude.
I don't understand what that means, but every time you say it, I'm like, I can't. How do you say less? If you're saying something, you're saying.
Like, all right,
I forget it. Technically, the lack of saying less would be say nothing.
say less. Man, I think I need another joint. Yeah, but what is everyone smoking and dabbing
You
on
smoked
today?
a joint?
I did smoke a joint.
No, it's cool. I'm trying to like be easy on my smoking.
That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't.
No, I appreciate it.
figured
I would have
we're
hit it
gonna be
once.
I know.
but thanks.
Well, we're gonna be smoking.
Didn't even let me hit it once. Not like we like do business. And nothing, you know what I mean? Nothing.
I was like, man, that's some good. No,
No, it's cool, bro. It's cool. It's cool.
it's all good, man.
Got
It's
my
all-
Poofco.
My Poofco. Oh, sweet. Can I use your Poofco? Your
Nope.
Poofco? Oh,
You
man.
got your own, dog. Get your own.
I do, brother. I do.
Sounds like a personal thing.
Yeah. I've been actually dabbing that
Oh, Cannabis. What's up, fam?
Garlic Grove.
Oh, actually, Cannabis. We were supposed to link up after 420 because you pulled. Damn. Oh, well, my life's been nuts.
I'm telling everyone June.
Yeah.
No,
Mate, no, I
literally,
get
God,
it.
I'm
No,
literally
I mean,
saying June.
vacay next week. Woo. Oh, yeah. Should we tell them?
Yeah, so we're not going to, there's going to be no live sesh next Saturday.
And Tuesday.
No, so Saturday the 21st and Tuesday the 24th, there will be no Wake and Bake or Terp Talk. Groovee will be in Vegas for EDC.
Well, we're taking off a break. We're just taking a break.
But yeah, I mean, the time difference in the festivals, it doesn't make. And he's taking a little vacation, so he's going to enjoy it. A little relaxation. So we'll be taking some time off. We'll be back. I'll be posting reviews. I'll be posting stuff on the socials. So that stuff will still be going on. We will be dropping 2 new episodes in that time. We'll be having our sponsor on, DNK Growers. Got Nick and Kyle that discuss their brand, the products they're coming out with, entering the High Times Cup, how it was, the process they had to go through, which is pretty cool and stressful at the same time. what they have coming to market and why they like their price point when we say what it is for for quality bud, right? And then we also have a CannaBev, who's a cannabis and beverage reviewer out in Illinois, who comes down as well too, and that's in 2 weeks. So we got a couple guests in the next couple weeks. Then we'll go back to another scheduled review with me and Groovee. Some updates.
Boo. I'm just kidding. Just me and Groovee. And you said that I was just like, yeah.
We actually got some sweet ones coming up down the pipeline too.
I love seeing that love in the comment. Helping out Drew, possibly helping out Samus. I love it. Makes me want to tear up a little bit.
Well, I don't see it.
He said he would donate him some stuff, so.
Ah, man.
He's in the area. Well, it's just because, man, like, we get it, dude, because that shit sucks, dude. And,
see, more.
Nick is forced to buy some companies, like, sometimes that I don't support, but again, he has to because it's what he's stuck with. And that's what I'm trying to say is it sucks when you have to do, you do what you have to do, right?
100%.
So, I just, I can't, you got to support who you can the best, right? And that's why I love seeing, like, caregivers reaching out and trying to help out, care for people, because it's like, that's the point.
Oh, it is, and that's what cannabis is. It's more.
I mean, shit, that's what dispos were when they
out.
started, dude.
I remember a dispo would always, Helping Hands, my buddy, would always just be like, hey, cool. If I didn't have enough, front it, pay him back next time. Boom. Like, they were so nice and caring at the times. And
dude, the one I used to go to, she just let me chill for a while. Like, take your time, dude. Like, she was always lit, but she was like lit. And it was always the same lady because she was like the grower and ran the spot. Well, maybe it was a partnership, but like either way, she was up there. And it was just a different vibe. They had a couch you could sit on if I couldn't make my decision.
Groovy's like, let me see them all now, please.
Dude, it was cool. Back then it was like 5 apes and 3 edibles, right? It wasn't like a dispo.
No, yeah, where it's like
now they're ridiculous, dude. I'm getting numb to it as it gets bigger and bigger, but like
it's hard to stand out on the wall,
first dispo
right?
I went to, bro. It was like I told you, I had to knock on a door, and I got let in, and there was like the sativa, the indica, and the 2 or 3 hybrids. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, wow, look at all this weed, right? And now
look at all these choices. It was 5.
That's what I mean.
I was used to having one choice, is whatever what the dealer had. Is like,
you didn't get a choice.
This
you got this
yeah.
bud, and it was what I told you it was.
Some skunkalicious. Oh, sweet. No, now it's like, here you go. Boom. There it is. And it's hard to stand out nowadays on the walls too. Inside these dispos.
Nick, that's what you're saying. You're not forced, but you're looking for the best deal. That's who you are. You know what I mean? That's you. So, and like Dave's like, yeah, it's in the title, caregiver, absolutely. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's entitled. It's caregiver, absolutely, man. I mean, shit. That's where, I've been seeing it grow, the medical industry, since 2010. Whenever since we like on and off, we got them. Like it's like, I don't know, dude. It's just come so far. It's like I still remember it looking like that. So it's like, to me, it's like I hate the division that these stupid companies have created.
Yeah, I mean, this is something we'll be talking about more.
Because, dude, it's supposed to be unifying when you smoke weed and you grow weed. Like, right? You should, yeah, that too. Like, but even so, you should be able to like, oh, we love weed. I love weed, right? You shouldn't be so like, oh, it sucks now because you have to make the lines. I'm not saying we shouldn't. We should, but it's just like, we're not forced. You're forced to make a judgment call on where you're at in life, right, and what your morals are, and that's where we're at. Like it's crazy that I have to consider my morals when buying my cannabis,
right?
Like when I'm going to the dispo, because it didn't used to be like that. I used to know it was like someone really cared about this product, like, for the most part, because it was a caregiver, right? Now that everything's so commercialized, it's like you gotta really find out who cares. Sift through the bullshit, if you will.
You are seeing it though. You're seeing, like we said, we're seeing a lot of I guess they're called the caregivers going in the legacy market, or legacy, however that's right, going into the regulated market, and you're seeing that happen. You're starting to see more and more of that come to fruition, which is good. Those are the companies you start looking at, or the ones that are the smaller class license. But a lot of the ones that are the stacking around the MCMA list, man, it's hard for me to support them.
Hey, Vicky, she said hello from the Caribbean, Trinidad.
Oh,
very
sweet.
cool.
What's
very
going
cool.
on? Good morning. Is it morning? Good morning, Caribbean. Still East Coast? Eastern time?
Hello.
East Coast, not East Coast. Eastern time?
I am not a person who's.
What are you smoking on this morning, Vicky? Yeah, that's true. I know. And one of our first, I remember one of our first episodes, you called Amsterdam a country. Like, yeah, Amsterdam a country.
Whatever, dude. I was probably just stoned. Of course, you got to talk shit, but I was probably just stoned.
I'm just giving you shit.
It's the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just funny. I just that just hit me right now. I'm sorry. I don't know why I just threw you.
Remember that one time, like 2 years ago, you said something stupid? Like, no, dude, I say a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah, there's so much content out there that we've talked about now. It's like, oh man, what?
Nah, fuck the content. I just mean like, how much
You remember
shit,
on
how many jokes I've made in my life? I have no idea.
Remember October 25th at 9 a.m.
I guess my memory's dog shit. Oh, she says yes. It's in the morning. It's 9:57 a.m. Oh no, so it's the same time.
Sweet.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
what's up.
Cool,
Good
cool,
morning.
cool.
Good morning.
Good morning from
Thank
Trinidad.
you for waking up and baking up with us.
What's cannabis like over there?
What's going on, Clone Coach?
Oh, what's up, fam?
Good morning. Because you're on the West Coast, so good morning, dude.
Yeah, stay tuned. That episode's eventually coming out. I think that's gonna be in June.
That's in June, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you hear that now, Clone Coach. Your episode will be coming out in June.
something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Schedules. I gotta look at it.
Expert cloner. Got great methods, and you guys will get to learn from him.
Yeah,
I was pretty excited.
this is cool. It's really cool. You're in the Trinidad. Like I don't even know where that. I really don't know where anything about that. Super
Tropicana
cool.
Cookies. Okay, I like some Tropicana Cookies, Nick. That's a good one. I'm in extracts. Not bad.
It's yeah. I'll never forget the first time we tried Tropicana Cookies. I was like, whoa, like orange, citrus, like crazy.
Whoa, yeah. What was it? Reminded me of High C Orange, right? I think was it?
It's been a while.
Yeah, something similar to that. Oh hell yeah! People here smoke local homegrown stuff, no chemicals. Love it. That's awesome.
Well, and again, like
And then you got him.
it's kind of like the whole thing with like if you have a garden in your back house and you grow tomatoes, or you go to Kroger, like what's gonna be better? Like I mean, if you took care of it, they're yours. Like that's obvious, but like, and that's kind of why the comparison isn't even like fair. Like, but you have to understand there is a difference between the both. But at the end of the day, man, sometimes people got to buy food from the grocery store.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are gonna buy weed from the dispo. Like that's life.
And honestly, just everyone should be able to grow their own.
1,000%. It's like there's no tomato restrictions. Like
There's no
ban on cucumbers.
No. If I want to plant like 30 trees in my backyard,
No
I can.
squash dilemmas. All right, I'm gonna keep making these stupid jokes.
And hit me with another one.
Nope.
All right. That's cool.
I want to say one. The apple conundrum. All right, I'm done. Oh my goodness, I seriously, I'm like, oh. Sometimes I'm so corny.
Can we get another one out of Groovee? No, I'm just kidding. Probably could.
I probably could, but I'm done. My corniness doesn't stop.
No, I love it, man. I love it.
I just had Nigerian silk. Never heard of that strain before.
It's a crazy good hazy. Does that say sativa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
High.
No shit. I haven't heard of it either. Sounds pretty good. Does it have haze genetics in it? I wonder what the crosses are of that.
Well, shit, it's 10, man. You ready to dip?
Yeah, we'll probably be dipping off. We might be doing a live review at some point, just going live.
Probably, yeah.
A little later.
Trying to
on
bang
this
out these
afternoon. High Times
High
reviews.
Times.
Yeah,
I would say Micannacast High Times reviews.
Oh yeah,
because we're doing them different, man. We're not doing it. There's like, how is it good? Is it bad? Here's 4 little things I judge it off of. Like,
no, we break it down. We go into
2 different people's opinions. Like, because I'm a big concentrate head, he's a big flower head. So
yeah, I don't know what we're gonna be reviewing, so there will be something. We'll be going live for that. We'll probably just be chilling, smoking it, doing our review. Maybe we see, maybe we don't. But we will be going live Tuesday, this Tuesday, and then we'll be off for the next 2.
just for the week.
Yep, and then we're back.
In a week.
I think Memorial Weekend.
We're really just taking a week off. Like, like in 2 Saturdays, we'll see you again.
Yep.
So,
So the 28th we'll be back. We'll be live the 17th, and we're back on the 28th.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I really just want to say thank you. Today's been really a fun conversation with everyone in the comments because like these topics are pretty intense. Some of these, like, so it's good to talk about some of these things. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just talk about the positive because if you don't, I mean, don't get me wrong, the positive is great to focus on, but
it's great to see Thailand giving out the weed. I'm excited to see that. That's gonna be coming up in June. And then we'll be paying attention to Steve Linder and the MCMA and everything going on and happening there. So everyone enjoy the beautiful weather that we've been having here in Michigan. Anyone outside of Michigan, thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys are having some great weather as well, too, because it's spring, summer. Here it's been like dreadful. So it's been nice this past week. I'm not going to lie. Stay lifted. That's what's up, Vicky. Thank you for dropping in.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Hope we see you next week, or actually in 2 weeks.
Yeah. And then other than that, everybody, smoke good this weekend.
Check out the socials below, Micannacast.com. Actually, it's down right now, but it will be back up in a minute for all the blogs and stuff.
Yeah, there's a plugin issue.
Yeah, but it will be back up. We're working on it. Dave is putting tons of sweet blogs out there with pictures and lots of info and links and all that stuff. We have more blogs coming. Because don't forget, we do the streaming, but we also do the blogs. We do also stuff. We do content development. We do whatever. So reach out. Companies want to work with us. People want to, you have ideas for the show. Message us. We can dig into it. We love talking to our listeners. We really do. And we're looking to throw some events just as soon as we figure out what the hell we're doing. So, and if you want to listen to my music, the intros today, Smoke Weed Till You Die, just came out on 4/20 this year. It's my music. It's me on the sax. Whenever it's a little vibe of my music. If you like it, check it out. Groovee, wherever you get your music from, Spotify, YouTube, wherever. Mm-hmm. You want to check out that flower? Check out my man's.
Yeah, check out CannaDave.
Because honestly, Facebook and IG are being a dick.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, so I feel like I get banned on my stuff sometimes.
Well, because weed, man. It's weed, dude.
Yeah, well, it should always.
I know. Duh. I know what it should. You think this world's about what things should be? Yeah, right.
True, right.
I wish. I mean, I love it. I love the idea, and it makes me sad that sometimes positive thinking is naive, but it's like, it sucks. So I love the world to shift. So hopefully we have a mental shift soon. But either way, hopefully your cannabis bans go away. Like I'm saying, that's why decrim, safe banking.
Yep, 100%. Other than that, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for commenting, sharing, liking. Check out our recent episode we dropped. It was another review. I'm blanking on the product.
Glorious?
Thank you. The Glorious review. Glorious hash review. And that was pretty good.
Yeah,
and then we also just did a lot of updates with cannabis in Michigan. So
a lot going on.
We have a lot coming up. So as always, we're here to advocate,
educate,
and inspire. Till next time, y'all.
Peace.